Never let anybody see you sweat.
So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Daniel Garcia claims he was just being friendly when his coworker punched him in the face and broke his glasses. Sofia Perez says Mr. Garcia got aggressive when she turned down his advances, so she defended herself.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, you are suing Ms. Perez for $980 because she assaulted you and hurt your back and your glasses. Tell me what happened.
Me and Sophia, we work together.
What kind of place is it?
So it's a software development company.
Okay.
And what we do is that we create apps for third-party contractors. And we are currently, we were working on a app together for like health biometrics.
Is this the first time you were paired with her?
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what happens that causes the altercation between the two of you?
So we got paired together, we started working on this project, and we had to work late. I asked her if she wanted to work late with me so we could finish these project goals, and she agreed, you know? So as I'm working, I'm getting to know her. I want to get to know her, but she's just shutting me down.
I don't know what that means. Tell me what you were saying or doing in order to get to know her.
I was just asking simple questions, Your Honor.
Such as?
Such as, like, you know, what's like her family like, or, you know, where does she live, or what kind of car she drives.
And what kind of car she drives would dictate what kind of person she is. Did you ask her about her personal life?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
What'd you ask?
I asked her things of like, you know, if she was in a relationship, or if she, you know, still lives with her parents, or if she likes to travel.
Okay.
You know.
And what were her responses to your questions?
She was very stone-faced. She just like wasn't giving me anything.
So what was your takeaway from that response?
She wasn't interested in being friends.
Okay.
She wasn't interested in being nice.
Okay. And so then what happens?
You know, so we're working throughout the night, and you know, it's frustrating. You know, I just want to get this work done, but I also want to be able to get to know my coworkers as well. And so.
And she just wants to get the work done.
She just wants to get the work done, but
right.
It comes a point to the rest of the later in the evening, like 7 or 8, where I ask her if she wants to get drinks after work. You know?
Oh, you asked her on a date?
No, not a date, Your Honor. It was just drinks, you know, because this is
together after work.
Yes, I
right.
do that with my other coworkers as well.
Okay, go on.
And so, you know, I just wanted to get to know her, you know?
Yeah, we all know you want to get to know her. All right, now, so then what happens? You ask her if she wants to have drinks with you after work, and she says?
She's just like, she's had it. She's like, stop asking me these questions. Like, can we just finish this work? And we've been working all night, so I get frustrated, you know. I call her a word that's like...
What'd you call?
I called her, like, the B word.
You called her a bitch because she didn't want to go have drinks with you after work?
It was just, like, the project that we've been working on is really hard, and it's just like, it was just frustrating, because it's like, why don't you want to get
Because a man deserves his drink with a woman after...
Exactly.
Your Honor,
Dude,
it's
this is
not
not
like
going
that.
well. I know, but this is not going well.
Your Honor, it was
Can
just...
I ask you a question?
Yes.
What was he asking you?
He was asking me if I wanted to go out for drinks. I'm not sure if it was coming off as friendly or flirtatious.
Did you get the impression he was flirting with you or not really?
I did. I mean, as one of the few women in that office, I did feel a little bit weirded out just because that wasn't the first instance of innuendos with this whole bro group that they have going on in the office.
A bro group?
Yes.
Okay.
They go out maybe once a week to go get beers, and I don't really want to include myself in those things just because I don't want that line to be blurred between...
Right. Okay.
As a female, so.
All right, so when he's asking you the personal questions, at some point do you tell him, hey, can we just focus on the work?
I think the way that I decided to answer the questions was firm of how I felt about the questions in general.
Like such as?
I would be short about it. I would be like, okay, let's get back to work, just because it is after hours and I want to get this project done, not chit chat about my personal life and whatnot with him.
I mean, are you living in this century? I gotta.
It just made me feel uncomfortable.
I mean, that stuff happened when I was young, but I'm not young. I hear what you're saying, Mr. Garcia, that you're just trying to get to know her, but you're trying to get to know her in a direction that she doesn't want to get to know you, and there are boundaries in this kind of thing at the workplace. You're a liability for your company if you don't understand that. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Like, you can't just ask coworkers out and then make them feel bad for saying no and call them. What did you do when he called you a
Coming up on Justice for the People.
You don't think that you were crossing a line you shouldn't cross? She's a work colleague. She's not somebody at a bar who you just bought a drink for and you think you're entitled to chit-chat. She's somebody who doesn't owe you anything.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Daniel Garcia, who brought his former co-worker Sofia Perez to court after she sucker punched him.
So what happened?
So he got aggressive. So he was sitting down. I was next to his, I was standing next to his chair, basically, okay? He stood up very quickly, and we're the only people in the office at that time, and it's late. I just said, no, thank you, and then he got really upset about the drinks.
Right.
And then he started calling me these names because I rejected.
Right.
And so at that
you don't see where that's crossing a line, calling her a B word because she wouldn't accept your...
Your Honor.
First, I need to know you're listening to me. So that would mean that you don't interrupt me. She's a work colleague. She's not somebody at a bar who you just bought a drink for and you think you're entitled to chit-chat for a while. She's somebody who doesn't owe you anything. And then you ask her out, she says no. You shouldn't have asked her out. But you're mad that she said no?
Your Honor, I didn't feel rejected because I wasn't romantically trying to pursue her.
It doesn't matter. You obviously felt rejected as whatever. I don't care how you define it. You felt rejected and angry that you were rejected, which is petulant and childish. And so you called a coworker a B word. And then what do?
So as he's getting up very quickly, the way he just approaches me scares me. I go into full self-defense mode. And I punch him in the face.
You punched him in the face?
I did.
How? Like,
well, my dad used to do like UFC kind of stuff, and I grew up with all boys in the home, so I know how to throw a punch.
And what damage did you do with that punch? Like, what happened to him? What?
So he says that the punch got him so hard. Yes, the glasses did break and they fell on the floor. But when he did land back, he landed on his chair and he like hurt his back or something. But it was self-defense because I felt threatened in that moment.
And you feel that she was just angry that you called her the B word and it wasn't self-defense. I really wish I'd been there.
Yeah.
So what happens? She slugs you and
it
hits you where?
Your Honor,
where in your face?
She hits me right here in the cheek,
okay.
right?
And did it draw blood?
It bruised.
Okay, but no blood.
Thankfully, no blood.
Okay, when that happens, your glasses go flying?
Yeah, my glasses break.
Okay, when you say break, you mean the frame broke or the glass broke?
No, like the frame broke.
Okay, and were you able to get that bent back into place?
No, these are my temporary glasses that don't really work that well, but I have to see because I have to drive. I have to get over here. And so I fell and like I hurt myself on the chair and like I was in such
How bad did you hurt yourself on the chair?
Well, when it first happened, I didn't
I know your ego was super bruised, but how badly was your back hurt on the chair?
Well, in that moment, I didn't feel that pain because I had so much adrenaline.
Did the whole office find out?
No, Your Honor.
They didn't?
No.
Really? Well, I imagine you don't want anybody to find. They're going to find out now, aren't they? Even after, okay, so do you two still work together?
No. After the incident, I just was worried about retaliation if he told his coworkers and how that would play out just because he is friends with our CEO.
Did you talk to the CEO and tell the CEO it?
Yeah.
The CEO is part of their friend
bro group?
The bro group.
Right, but you don't know. Okay, but listen, I am here to testify that sometimes bros mature. They really do. And they can, well, I don't know why you're chicken necking because you didn't, but you have to understand where the boundaries are and not cross them. And she was pretty clear. She did not want you to ask her out. Don't ask her out, you know? But let me ask you a question. Tell me about your damages. Do you have any medical reports, anything that you want me to see to substantiate the damages? Any repairs to substantiate the damages? How are you substantiating this?
Yes, Your Honor. So I work as a software developer, so I constantly have to look at screens, and so I need specialized glasses when I work.
How so?
Because it filters blue light.
Okay, but most people get glasses that filter blue light nowadays, whether you're in IT or not, because we're all staring at computers, right?
True.
Yeah.
But the ones that I wear are specialized, and so I have an invoice right here.
For the glasses?
For the glasses.
Is this what you paid for the glasses?
Viewers asked, and now Judge Milian has the answer.
The question is, my ex is an independent contractor and only pays the minimum amount of child support for our 2 children. How can I challenge the amount he pays me when he flashes his wealth on social media with new cars and jewelry, etc.?
How many times when you were a judge were you in a hearing where it had to do with perhaps making restitution on a criminal case, or making child support payments, making alimony payments,
asking for the public defender to be appointed?
Right, all kinds of circumstances. Yes, claiming that they needed a public defender, and you look and you see somebody wearing $1,000 shoes,
a Rolex watch.
A Rolex watch. They've got
and
a purse.
what's the one and only
on their
answer?
arm.
Yeah, they've got a Louis Vuitton purse on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can't afford to make restitution, but you're wearing a Rolex.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well, that was a gift.
Right. It's always that was a gift. Okay. And my response to that is usually, maybe you ought to pawn that gift and start
make the
making
restitution.
payments. Right. But you can set a hearing before a judge if you have a marital settlement agreement or some kind of an agreement, or a court order that addresses child support, and one party you think could afford a lot more than they're paying, yeah, you could always try to get that amended.
And you could present
or
those pictures.
Right. I do remember one case where I had an ex-NFL running back, and he was only out of the league for about a year. And we had a hearing scheduled on it, and he was claiming he couldn't afford to pay this amount of money. And the attorney for the mother of the child presented evidence that he had picked up the tab at a bar on South Beach the weekend before for like $70,000, right?
$70,000?
Yeah, it was a big group of people. They were by the pool the whole day. They were all drinking Dom Perignon and everything else. It was a huge group. And
wow.
he just picked up the tab on like a credit card. And that kind of changed the whole case around a little bit. And it did result in him having to pay a little bit more in child support. So
I'll say.
Yeah, well, that wasn't a gift.
Coming up.
Tell me about the medical damages.
She sucker punched me in the face.
Is it really a sucker punch? Sucker punch is when you don't expect it.
Which I did not, Your Honor.
You knew she was coming right at you.
We're back with the case of Daniel Garcia, who brought his former co-worker Sofia Perez to court after she sucker punched him.
Okay, do you have the glasses she damaged so I can see how damaged they are?
I currently do not have them, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have a picture of them so I can see how damaged they are? Do you have an attempt to repair them so that I can see that a $100 repair wouldn't have worked and that you really needed brand new glasses? Let me see the receipt you brought.
Yes, Your Honor.
The answer, I presume, is no from the look on your face. All right, tell me about the medical damages.
Yeah, so after she sucker punched me in the face, I fell back, I hit the chair.
But is it really a sucker punch? Sucker punch is when you don't expect it.
Which I did not, Your Honor.
Well, you stood up. You expected, you knew she was coming right at you.
Well, I
right?
stand up because, I'm a passionate person. I stand up when I talk, It doesn't mean I'm gonna, come at her.
I know, you made it sound more like self-defense with that sentence, but go ahead. All right, go on. So you stood up, and she came up to you, and is she saying, what did you just say, or what?
Your Honor, we were just getting louder, and just more of I was frustrated with the fact that I just, we weren't meshing as I expected to, or not getting work done as we expected to.
What do you mean?
And
maybe you could get work done if you stopped asking her personal questions and asking her for drinks. That might be a tactic you might take if you wanted to get work done. So now tell me about the medical. That's what I want to know.
After a couple days, my back started hurting a lot. And I went to my doctor, and it was bruised, like a C4, C5, some spinal cord.
Do you have the medical records to show?
No, so I got that covered by insurance,
okay.
But they told me that I wasn't needed any surgery or anything. I just needed some, professional masseuse.
Oh, so your medicals are massages?
Coming up.
We were working together on the same project,
Okay,
so yes,
that is not my question. My question is, didn't you walk over to where he was after he called you the B word?
He walked over to me.
We're back with the case of Daniel Garcia, who brought his former co-worker Sofia Perez to court after she sucker punched him.
Okay, I'm gonna need some medical proof that your back was hurt. You just talked about C4 and all this other stuff. Let me see the medical proof that your back was hurt and you needed massages.
Okay.
What have you got? Just the receipt for the massages?
I just have the invoice for that.
Yeah, I could get that too. And they wouldn't prove that my back was hurt. Tell me why you shouldn't pay for the glasses.
Self-defense, I mean, I think protecting myself as a woman in that work environment.
Didn't you walk up to where he was?
We were working together on the same project,
Okay,
so yes,
that is not my question. Do you think that's my question? My question is, didn't you walk over to where he was after he called you the B word?
He walked over to me.
She stands up first or you stand up
I
first?
stand up first because I'm just like flustered. I wanted to get some space, get some air, because I was just like, I'm trying to be friends with this person and they're just rude. And
Does
rude
everybody
and...
have to be your friend?
No, Your
Is that your
Honor.
right?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
I just want that.
Yeah, but you can't have everything you want. Describe when he got up. He says he got up first.
I believe I was standing first, and
Okay.
then he was still sitting, so then he got up because we were kind of wrapping up the
And
night.
then who was saying what to who?
So he had asked me. I was already standing. I rejected the offer of going out.
How did you reject it?
I just said, no, thank you. I'm good.
And then
Your Honor, that's
And-
an exaggeration.
No, thank you?
Yeah, it was way more just like standoffish. Just no, thank you.
But
It's
if it was
just- that's not
standoffish, it
how
still
works.
shouldn't matter. That was
no,
my
it
response.
shouldn't. But and then what happens?
So then he gets up and then he says, you're a B, and he's aggressive with it. And the way he got up just seemed like his body was like gonna attack me or something. That's how I felt, and so that's why I reacted with the punch. It was self-defense.
Or anger?
Judge Milian's verdict when justice for the people returns.
I'm going to give you the last word so I can hear how this is self-defense and legitimately self-defense under the eyes of the law, as opposed to you socked him, some would say he was asking for it, but now you got to pay for his glasses.
You can put it as he was verbally abusing me as well. Like
Yeah.
the way that he was
That
talking.
doesn't give you the opportunity, though, to break his glasses with a left hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I think I'm going to make you pay for his glasses because the left hook doesn't do as much as you're so much more powerful than that. You think that that's powerful, and I know you had a little lack of self-control there, but that's not the power, okay? I give my right arm to have been there when that happened. However, I am going to make you pay for the glasses. $380 verdict for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $380.
I'm happy that get my glasses paid, but I'm it was $600 of massages, so.
no.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.